4 minutes late.
Yeah.
There we are. Come on in, folks. Let me run over to Facebook before I forget, which I have done too many times lately. And it's not even there yet. Come on. Crank. There we are. Still private. You can't ever cooperate between the two of them. There we are. Fully live. Come on in, folks. We see you out there. We know you're there. We've got a great book to look at, great comics to talk about. And, here's your chance for a little bit of sequential art escape, folks. Come on in.
Yeah.
Come on
Escape.
in. Escape is it. Right now, that's what folks are hoping for. Here we go. We'll start with this and jump into the opening.
Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
That's right. Come on in, folks. It's time for Comics by Night. Got a great comic for you to look at today. Just a little one show celebrating Neal Adams and some of his most iconic work. So
lovely.
It'll be great. I am your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find some of my work over at arrowcomics.store. You can find some great books over there like Paragon and Calico. And just go over there and take a look, arrowcomics.store. And very, very soon we will have copies of the Shadow Kingdom available while they last. And according to everybody I've talked to, it's not going to last long. So you need to go over there and get those while you can. So
next month's newsletter from me, you will probably have a link to go get a retail version as well. So
if there's any left, yes.
Oh no, retail version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I still have to look over that.
Yeah, you have to go take a look at that. Yeah,
I do. I will try to do that today. Also joining me is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming. I realized something only the other day, really scary. It's 50 years last June that's just gone since I left art college. How about that?
Oh.
Anyway, I spent 40 years in graphics.
It seems like only yesterday.
It seems like only yesterday. And I spent 40 years in graphics, mostly having a great time, sometimes having a waste of time and telling people stuff and they don't listen and whatever. Anyway, I'm the author of 12 books, separate, different genres, science fiction, JFK assassination, cartoon books, children's books, travel books, all kinds of things. I've drawn licensed characters like Postman Pat and Spider-Man, and I've produced lots and lots of magazines relevant to this show, Comics Unlimited and Crikey, the Great British Comics Magazine. Check that out. I've also interviewed people who walked on the moon and Jack Kirby and Walt Simonson and people like that. If you go to Amazon, you'll be able to find lots of my stuff on there. So just check it out.
Yeah. Also joining us this morning is Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself.
Hi there, I'm Russ Leach. I'm on a new internet line today, so apologies if I sound like I'm skipping reality every now and then. I'm a comic book artist from the UK, as Randy mentioned, just coming in off the back of the Shadow Kingdom, which was very well received. So we're off on the Atlantean, and I can just show you a couple of pages now of these are just sketch work. It's not the ink work. It's just a sketch work. Get it out, and these are all inked traditionally. So this is just a lay down of the basic page and where the lighting's coming from. And And things are going really well. We've only got a couple more pages. I've only got a couple more pages to do. You can see there the supposed witch is getting knocked out there. There's a sketch page. You can see how it's coming together. Yeah, things are looking really good. I'm close to the end of pencils there. And I'll be starting inking next week and lettering as well. So we're pretty much on target for our crowdfunder to start at the end of September. So that will be the first book of the Atlantean. The second book will be fast on its heels and will be out in the early part of next year. And we'll hope to get 3 out next year. So if you want to find out, they're all 50 pages each. So if you want to find out more about that, more about the books that we're putting out, go to russleach.com and sign up for the email list there. And I can keep you abreast of wherever there is an opportunity to buy the books, because they're going to be going out to crowdfunding. And then after that, obviously you get a special version of crowdfunding. And then after that, they'll go out to retail and there'll be versions going out. Also picking up another version of the Shadow Kingdom. And of course, it's going out via Red Dragon, a fantastic publisher in Brazil, in Portuguese as well. So we're really pleased with the way everything's going. Production is going really, really well. So sign up for the email list over at russleach.com.
There we are. Today's book, Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
It's a nice big one.
Treasury size, yep.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That is
Giggity.
giggity. Let me reduce my name here so that we don't doesn't get in the way.
This from about 1978, is it?
I believe you are correct, sir.
It's got to be about that time, isn't it? That's when Ali
that
was, yeah.
Whopping $2.50 on the newsstands.
Woo!
1978. That is correct.
Get in there.
Look at that. Look at that. I love the wraparound cover as well, and the fact that they've got all those faces in.
Yeah.
And they explain it on the inside cover.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Must have taken him a couple days.
Neal Adams in his pomp, isn't it? This was at his height, I think.
That's why I thought it would be great for us to take a look at it. We've talked about this cover in the past, but we've never really looked at the interiors for very long. So today we get to go through it. And like Russ
those
said,
Batman's ears down at the front there watching. That's great.
Yep.
Was that Bill
Here's
Gaines
the
on the
key.
back?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Where are we talking?
Under the second rope with a beard. Below
Oh, right
there.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
Bill
It
Gaines?
certainly is.
And Alfred E. Newman below that.
Yep, right here.
Yeah.
Up and down. It says, can you spot the celebrities watching the greatest fight of all time in space? See inside cover.
You know, when you think about this, I've not actually seen. I've seen bits of it, but I've not read this book. But it's quite ridiculous, isn't it? Because Superman would just kill him, wouldn't he?
That's what Skip is saying in the comments. Yeah,
you know,
that's what Skip was saying. Yeah,
it's like one of those Thor versus the Hulk stories. Really, it just wouldn't. It lasted about half a second, wouldn't it?
Well, you know, it's comics.
I know it's comics.
There's an argument about Thor and Hulk, though.
Yeah.
Well, Thor's a god. Thor's a god.
It's an argument. It's like the Incredible Hulk and the Thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Hulk
like,
could squash the Thing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But after a little while, once Hulk got mad enough, yeah.
I mean, Hulk. They made Hulk into this. We've had this discussion before. Where they made Hulk into this like planet crusher, and it made him quite dull.
Mm-hmm.
He was better when he was just, when he was like 10 foot tall rather than 20 foot tall.
Yeah,
so. That's exactly my thoughts on Superman.
Yeah, well, they did the same thing with Superman. Yes, they've overpowered him to the point where he becomes a bit dull.
He becomes a god.
He becomes a god.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't. Isn't there something in the story that muted Superman's powers in this?
Either that or there's Kryptonian boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
kryptonite
like that.
boxing gloves, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets great, but the whole key to this is the artwork, the sequential work by Neal. Neal helped
of course.
write the story off of someone's idea, I believe it was. But this is mostly all Neal Adams, and they got the okay from Muhammad Ali's people to do this, so they did it. The greatest fighting the greatest,
You got to remember as well that if they muted Superman's powers down to match Muhammad Ali would butcher him
completely. Yeah,
because it wasn't all about strength and power. It was about technique,
skill. Yep, skill and technique
and speed, and like Muhammad Ali would just butcher him.
Genuine Comic. Dave's in the house this morning.
Hey,
Good morning,
Dave.
gentlemen. Levi Krause is in as well. Good morning, Levi. Hope you're doing well. Just had dinner last night with Joe, Levi. It was good. Joe and Shelley. It was a good time. Real good time. Skip Edwards. Hello, friends. He said Joe's going to try to catch the show, but he doesn't know if he's going to get up this early in the morning. He loves Muhammad Ali, but he's not sure if he's going to be able to make it.
Do I love him that much that I can't watch the rerun?
Superman versus Muhammad Ali. That should be a very short comic. There we are. Just wait until you see how great this book is. That's what's crazy about it. It's an outlandish plot, but phenomenal book. Fun fact about this book: celebrities were drawn into the rows of seats, and editorial made Neal Adams draw all of the faces. John Wayne,
redraw all the faces. Yeah. I can imagine Neal Adams' response.
John Wayne, I recall being in the stands. Well, I would hate to have to redo that.
Yeah.
I seem to remember seeing a original draft of this cover and it being all changed around in the audience. So there we are, folks. In the blue corner, wearing white trunks from Louisville, Kentucky, a true genius of the ring of and champion of the people, Muhammad Ali. And in the red corner, wearing cape and blue tights from the planet Krypton, Kal-El, fighting as Superman, also champion of the people. These battlers to meet in a scheduled 15 rounds of heavyweight boxing. The prize, a world, a green, blue, pearl, gleaming across the immense blackness of the universe, teeming with life. Here we are. Not bombastic dialogue at all.
At all. Oh, look at that.
Training.
Wow. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Just look at that.
This is Neal at the height of his abilities. Too.
Oh, he's the height of his abilities, yes. Look at it. Just everything about it.
Wow.
And sometime real soon, especially depending on how this episode goes, got the whole run of Dead Man.
That's that's fantastic. That is. Yeah.
Really want to do that.
Where that guy's checking that girl out.
Yeah.
That's great. And just above her head where that somebody's in the doorway with the feet crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just great, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely.
But look at the different body types on show there as well.
Yeah.
And he's nailing it.
The whole composition on this is fascinating because he takes that street and tilts it just a little bit. Yeah. And then these are tilted just a little bit. And,
Is that San Francisco?
It's not New York, is it? It's supposed to be Metropolis, but I think it's. Oh, I see what you mean with the hills. Yeah, you could.
It feels like it's a San Francisco hill.
Yeah,
but...
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I always think one of the things that struck me about Neal Adams was that as a white man, he draws really good black people.
He draws everything really good, though. Always has.
I think it's the mark of a great artist, because I think the less that they're the less that they seem to be guided by their own persona, and the more they seem to be guided by trying to create believable work.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say believable, it doesn't have to be like reality. It just has to capture reality, like we talk about it being impressionism. And you know, especially these days, you hear a lot of sort of like, oh, I need a certain identity of person to draw a certain identity of person in this sort of group of identity people that I've got going for my independent comic. And you just think, just get the best people for the job, will you?
Yeah.
And Neal Adams he just drew everything just so damn well. He didn't need to be any of these people to draw Hispanic or black or white or whatever. He just drew things fantastically.
Mhm.
He observed. I mean, you look at the observation in this, it's just off the scale.
And it's everything too. You know,
Mm.
it's buildings, it's cars, it's people.
It's everything. Yeah.
Billboard
It's
there.
fantastic.
Yeah. Even the brickwork back here. It's just amazing. Again, the composition here, the tilted
Yeah.
look at the street. It's got a little something in her back pocket there.
Mm.
Looks like Randy. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, all sorts going on. What a great page.
He's cracked the likeness as well.
Yeah. Got a great book on Superman. That it's really old. It was made back in the early 70s. Superman from the 30s to the 70s. And it runs from Siegel and Schuster up through Neal Adams' work.
Right.
It's a amazing collection of contrasts and different artists and stuff. And it's just amazing to sit here and look at this picture. You know, right off the bat who all those characters are. You know who Jimmy is. You know who Clark is. You know who Lois is.
That Superman there, that first panel looks like a John Byrne Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not inking this, is he?
Yeah.
No, it's Terry Austin and
Right.
Giordano,
Okay.
I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought he was doing everything on this. Oh, where's the credits?
It's at the front there.
It's at the front,
page.
isn't it?
Halfway down the middle of the cover.
Right here.
Dick Giordano and Terry Austin on links. Yeah, I was right.
Script from an original story by Denny O'Neil, adapted by Neal Adams, penciled by Adams. Yep. Yeah, inks Giordano and Austin. Yeah. Must be Giordano here.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Green Lantern, Green Arrow material a lot.
Mhm.
I'd done about this a little after that time. A great perspective here. Domestic scene, then aliens pop up because, that's what happens in Metropolis. I know where you came from, but where I come from, we don't treat folks like that. You owe the lady an apology.
Oh, smacked him. Just thumped him off his thing.
Bang. I'll watch
Brilliant.
this Trekkie and see if it's some more. Great.
You are in trouble. Excuse me. I'll summon the proper authorities. You do that, Kent. I'll watch this Trekkie and see if he'd like some more. Yeah.
He cracked it. It's just such great. That punch is so great.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just beautiful artwork.
A great panel right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way he the panel on the right, the way he's swooping up.
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
And that lovely on that panel on the bottom left where he's taking his shirt off, that lovely shadow of the fire escape railings
Yeah.
and stuff. Look at that, it's wonderful.
Genius. Yeah.
Really good.
Halder 6480 in the house. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for joining us.
Haldir. That sounds very
Haldir.
Celtic.
Yeah. Wow. I want to thank everybody for watching this morning. We've already got a nice audience. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button if you can. Looking at some great Neal Adams artwork here.
Love that top right-hand panel there on the right-hand page where Superman stuck him on the floor and then he's just gone boom, and zoomed off. You don't even need to see Superman.
Yeah, he's just
The way he's
gone.
just, and you can tell that it's the speed at which he left. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
That's like you don't need a film for that. Fantastic. I saw someone talking about the dreaded AI yesterday, saying that like all good comics they're all going to just be made by AI, and he showed some examples of covers, and they were black and white. I mean, they basically they looked like someone had inked them, so they were very good, but they were only covers, and it doesn't matter what you do, there's something. The trouble is that with AI and with all things computerized, is that it's this veering towards perfection. So, like we said, at some point, it's either going to look like a CGI put together 3D environment with an ink filter over the top of it, or it's going to look almost real or even real, which means you might as well just go and do a photo shoot like they used to do. And nobody liked those photo magazines. Nobody liked photo comics. And the reason that this is so brilliant is that even though it's fantastic, there's still mistakes in it. And there's still accentuations. It's not perfect. And that's the point.
Well, it's like I said. I said a few months ago that I'll say it the way I draw comics. Just drawing the pencil in and no computers. Yeah. That's like vinyl, and these AI things in computers turn it into CDs. And
they don't even turn it into CD. This is like online digital download. Okay, right. It's the extreme. It's the extreme of where you're going. And this guy I was listening to was talking about, most people are just going to take the slop. And it's like, yeah, okay, take the slop. Because there will be a market for people who are prepared to put the time in and be artists. There will always be that market. There will always be someone prepared to want something that's genuine.
In a way, it could work out to our advantage because it's going to make people
what it could do
look at comics more as art.
Yeah, it could work out to the advantage of the people who are really quite good.
Yeah,
which is what it should be. Okay,
an individual.
Individual and quite good. And the rest of it just floats off down the river. Don't be scared of it. Just get out there and make stuff. I mean, look at this. This is just, if somebody made this today, it would stand up.
Yeah,
it would be better than most stuff you see out there. Even with obviously there's some 70s styling in it, and it's just gorgeous.
Well,
and it's human.
The cool thing with this is even though it's got a realistic feel to it, it's also got a very individual style. Adams has got a very individual look to it.
Yeah, impressionism. Yeah, that's what it all is. It's like you can say, oh well, it's got this realistic style, and it does. It's not it's not cartoony in any way, but at the same time, it still has style and beats in the visual display of it.
Yeah,
and you can see that it's a person doing it. It's not perfect. It's not real. It's just gorgeous. There will come a time where people will just say, I've had enough of this slop. I want something real.
Well, you cut the heart out of it.
Mm.
Doing it by computer, you miss all of these personal touches
Mm.
that
But
you'll see there's a market for. Yeah,
all you
part
need
of
to
the
do
art.
is look at Hollywood. Look at the production of programs. The amount of programs that have been made in the last 5 years, and you can talk about the ideology all you want and all you like. It's quantity over quality.
Yeah,
The writing has been awful. The production has you look at some of the CGI now, and it's worse than it was 10 years ago, 15
right.
years ago.
Yeah,
And it's because it's this quantity over quality. There's no quality in everything, and people have stopped going to the cinema as much. Okay, I know it's more expensive now, but still.
Halder says there's something always feels off with AI art. I'll always prefer human art to anything AI. That's because it's got a heart to it. Real artwork does. It takes a true artist to know to bend that perspective here and to do the layout the way that it's done. And you can have computers dissect it as much as they can. You're still going to miss out on that individuality.
I'll be honest. I'm like some of the covers I saw yesterday that were generated by AI prompt were, wow, they were amazing. But I wouldn't pick up the comic.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just look at it and go, yeah, wow. But that's not, that's not why I buy comics. So
Dave says the pages already are great. Yeah, it's just a great piece of work, especially for anybody who hasn't seen this. So
yeah, it's fantastic. It's just
not cheap to find at a convention anymore. I think they've reprinted it once since then, but doesn't have the same impact as a Treasury.
Is this
edition.
the original?
Oh yeah. This is the first print Treasury.
Check you out.
You can tell. No, you can tell by the brown. It's not in any kind of collector's shape. It's meant to be read, loved, and enjoyed. That's the way I like my comics. Anyway.
Yeah, but I just love your library, Randy. It's just that everything.
It's going through and I don't have everything. I don't have everything, but the stuff I have is the stuff I love. So, Switch MC in the house. Thanks for being here, Switch. This is brilliant.
Thanks.
I did not know. Ow. That this exists. Oh yeah. Neal Adams, just an amazing sequential artist for many years. Did a lot of stuff like this. We'll look at his Dead Man at some time soon. I've had him sitting here next to the computer for quite a while. That and the New Gods by Kirby.
Neal Adams is up there. I mean, you've got a list of maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 names of really the masters of sequential art, and he's one of them.
Mm-hmm. So it says right on. This is a nice one, boys. It's right on. Yeah. There's a shoom.
Shoom.
How great is that? Yeah. And you can tell he had a blast doing this too, because it's so pretty. It's just so pretty.
Yeah. It's got the it's written in such a way that it's very visual. It's I know that sounds really silly talking about comics, but when an artist writes a script or writes a story, it always comes over slightly differently.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it's better, just saying it comes over slightly differently. Look at that. Makes you want to cry.
Neal's got a big advertising background. You can see that did a lot of advertising work with Continuity Studios. A lot of comic strip, those little one-page comic advertisements for different things. A great shot right there. Silence. Up to the fortress.
in the Batcave. Oh no, it isn't the Batcave. I thought they'd gone to the Batcave or something.
You just think it's a bat cave because he's got a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, because of the Tyrannosaurus. No,
he was mad because Superman went to the bat cave and says, "I want a Tyrannosaurus Rex too." So he went and got one, put it in his
it's obviously
fortress of solitude.
Just been visiting places around the world, around time, because he's got a pterodactyl in there as well.
Yeah. This is a giant key, folks. That's what he's got a big door there, and he takes this giant key to unlock the door. That way everybody stays out. Even though they could crawl through the keyhole. I think he's got security measures. Yeah.
There's a door in the keyhole.
Yeah.
I think it's remarkable that Jack Kirby, when he drew Superman, all the faces would change, because this doesn't look like Superman to me.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh.
And I also think that Superman and Muhammad Ali and this are quite stupid, considering he's gone to the North Pole and he's only got his t-shirt on.
Well, he's freezing there. He's cold.
I know he is, but even I know that if you go to even I wouldn't go to the North Pole in my t-shirt. However tough I might
Even
be,
you.
even me.
You, even people from up north with their tabs up their sleeves. Morning, John. Morning. Bit brisk this morning. Aye, Antarctic always is.
Yeah. Thud. There at the bottom. Thud.
Oof. Tap me.
We have a whole page of Muhammad Ali. Yeah. Not letting the dialogue get in the way.
Giving him a lesson in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
To say, if you're one of the, you talked about Sinnott getting pages from Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you got these pages to ink, you'd be like, wow.
Yeah. Now, Giordano especially just came off of a little run with Green Lantern, Green Arrow. His inking his stuff. Because
Did he
the
draw? Did he
nice
draw?
yeah.
Or was it Mike? Did he ink Mike Grell?
Who?
On
Giordano?
Yeah.
Here and there. Warlord?
No, on Green Arrow.
I'm sure he did at one point or another. I don't remember there being a long run of it, but I wasn't a big fan of Green Arrow during Mike Grell's days.
I just wondered.
That's another book we should look through that hardly nobody realizes existed, is Sable from First Comics. That was a great title. Mike Grell at his best. So the Man of Steel needs a lesson. LOL. Yeah. A little bit of graduated zipatone here. Because you can. Now for the futuristic Rock'em Sock'em robots. So hope you all have a good day. Stay safe. All the best. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. We are archived at the Comic Book Black Belt, Randy Zim YouTube channels, and Indie Comics Network. So we'll miss you in the chat, but you don't have to miss the show. And there's a lot of great stuff coming up. A lot of great artwork, I mean, in this book. So, and again, we want to thank everybody for stopping by this morning. Our numbers are great, and we deeply appreciate all of you. Make sure you hit that like button. If I'd have known this book would get this kind of attention, we'd be showing it off a lot sooner. See where everybody's
smash.
Comic book black belt. Everybody's coming from your channels this morning.
Are they? Oh, right. Okay. Hey, everyone. Thanks for turning up.
Yeah. You still see this book offered every once in a while at shows. At least I do. And every time I see it, the price is higher. So be lucky to catch this for $25, $30 anymore. In this condition, probably 10 or 15. A great shot here. Smash. Get him in his ass. Wow.
Oh,
Hunya. Suddenly, Hunya. At least they put Ali in a little bubble there to travel.
it's cool. I like the fact that the alien's got 70s clothes on.
Yeah.
Got a nice pair of bell bottoms.
Yeah.
And some baggy sleeves. Love it.
Slit up the side there so he can put his boots on. Yeah.
Yeah. Check him out. Height of fashion on Zeta Reticular. Look, the big blue alien, the Hunya. Look at the
great.
gorgeous muscle work on there. Just
Yeah.
Do you know what? The combination of the Inca and Adams on this it looks like the inspiration for Alan Davis.
I think it's the inspiration for a lot of artists.
Yeah, but I
grew
can
up
just
during
see
this time. Yeah,
I can just there's something about this particularly that's singing Alan Davis to me.
mm-hmm.
I don't know
can
what it
see that.
is. But that page on the right there, that's like at least the character at the top is very much.
Yeah.
When Alan Davis was just like at this point, he was on 2000 AD, was he? Or is it a little early for Alan Davis?
A little early.
It's
Yeah.
It's early 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2000 AD had just about be starting in 78.
Yeah, so didn't he get on 2000 AD for, was it DR and Quinch?
I think it was, yeah. I think it was about 1982, I think.
82, yeah. So this would have been, he'd have been a very young man at the time. So this would have been big. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This would have been very informative to him, I think.
I wonder where the original artwork is for this. I'd like to see
no
that.
idea.
Yeah. This is an oversized magazine, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the artwork is going to be pretty big.
Yeah. So if you just on that Alan Davis point, if you look at that character down in the bottom left corner, his lips and everything.
It was like what's he called in Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I could just see the DR and Quinch aspect. Do you know? It's like
that Hunya design, the guy, big, very Alan Davis type of style of design of the costume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Alan Davis seeing this, it's Neal Adams.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, this is all guesswork. It's a nice thing to think that maybe Alan Davis was poring over this in like 1979, 1980 or whatever, and going,
I'm sure he was.
Wow.
I'm sure you're right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's another part of the magic as well. Wow. Another part of the magic as well that you don't get in the whole AI environment, and actually this is being proved at the moment because AI is starting to feed off itself and it's getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is this whole sort of all the different styles that you have of these greats, and as they come through time, as you go through a chronological order of them as they appear and come into their career and go away, they're not all around at the same time, and they all feed off each other. They're obviously all using each other as inspiration as they go on, and it creates new artists and new styles, and you just it's just a magical thing.
HR's in the house. Thanks for
I know
stopping by.
we can't do this with Giordano now because he's not with us, but I'm not sure about Terry Austin, but I would love to read or even conduct an interview with Terry Austin now about this book.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's mentioned it in interviews that blah blah blah, but the detail of it. I mean, I'm just thinking. Imagine getting. We don't know who's in what because there's two inkers on it. But look at that picture of Muhammad Ali there and this face. Imagine getting that in the post this morning, either of you, to ink. I mean, I know there's the professionalism steps in and all that, but they've got to go, oh my God.
Yeah, I've got to ink this.
However, like I said to you, the only thing I've ever heard or read was Joe Sinnott when I told you when he used to get his Fantastic Four through the post in the 60s. He used to spend the first hour of his day just looking at the drawings.
Just looking,
and he'd lose pay, or he'd have to work late an hour later, you know, because he just used to look through the entire book and just wow. So imagine getting that. Imagine getting the pages and then getting to that page. What is it, 27 or something? And seeing that literally looking at you.
This is Muhammad Ali looking out the page at you, and you're thinking, I've got to go over the top of this.
Yeah.
Austin, I think, is still alive. You still see something from him every once in a while.
Yeah, he's great with John Byrne, wasn't he, Terry Austin? And he's great with everybody, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just one of those people, that Joe Sinnott. He's just good at whatever he does, whoever he's on, you know.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I was sitting there flicking through Essentials for Thor, and there was a lot of what's his name?
Not Vinny or Chickstone.
No, not the other one. Vinny
Coletta.
Yeah, there was a lot of Vinny Coletta on it.
Yeah,
it was all over Buscema's work.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, this is it's Buscema, but it's got Vinny over the top of it.
Oh my God! You see, I'd stopped at that point buying the Marvel titles.
Right.
So you let me just go through this again, try and fit this in my head. Vince Coletta inked John Buscema after Jack had left.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he was, and it was quite a lot actually. It was quite a lot of the Thor run, right. and then you got some. I mean, when you got Sinnott on there, it was day and night. It's just suddenly it just came to life. There were other inkers, but Vinny did his job.
Or didn't do his job.
That's even questionable. Honestly, but
exactly,
it's so sad. Well, back then, when these books were first printed, too, they had very flat color to mask over a lot of that material. But when you pick up those essential books and you see it in black and white, it's especially painful to look at because you know how great these pencilers are, and you see how that ink work is done, and it's just, to me, in my opinion, absolute worst inking in comics.
It is awful. However, saying that, it doesn't stop you enjoying. I mean, Buscema is still strong underneath it,
and the stories are still great.
And
too,
the stories are great stories. Yeah,
who's right? Is it Roy Thomas?
By that time, probably. Yeah,
it's not Stan Lee, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's Stan. No.
Before we turn this great page, I just want to point out there's a real light white line zip on top of this work here, in order to gray it out just a little and make it look like there's an actual
stars
glass here that you.
Some glass. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Just a touch. You when you get down to it, you can see it, but it's there.
Again, you know, any of the people that were drawing for 2000 AD at the time, just look at this spread.
Yeah.
It screams 2000 AD, doesn't it?
And it's nice of Neal to throw Adam Strange in because he really didn't have to. He had done a number of covers for Strange Adventures at that point.
Yeah.
So
the chickens, I like the chicken men. The big blue heads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jimmy.
The great Howard Cosell right there in front. Sportscaster, probably way ahead of our audience's time. He's still great.
That Jimmy Olsen looks like it might have been inked by Vinny. Just a bit rough.
All these wonderful illustrations coming through. Just like you get a picture of Jimmy Olsen, it's like, oh, I'll just knock that out quick. Not interested in Jimmy.
It does look a little scratchier than the rest of the work there.
It's got a very low forehead.
Yeah.
Looks like Gordon Tracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
I can see his mouth going up and down.
The little diode on the bottom lip. Yeah. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
What is that thing floating there?
In the stadium. What thing?
So on the bottom right hand, the bottom panel on the right hand page, above that guy's head. No, the guy that
looks like a little mobile camera.
It's
oh right, okay.
Right.
Or a little alien.
Because it's in front of the ring rope.
Yeah.
So it's small and closer to us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, those look at just to the right hand side of that camera thing, the alien. No, the right hand side.
Yeah.
That alien. The Iron Wedge.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there's the other one here.
Yeah. It's just I'm sorry, but there's too many things in here that make me think he was poring over this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're right.
See where he's speaking. He's saying, "Hold on, ladies." Well, that's not right, is it? Because he's saying laddies. It should be, if you're going to emphasize the pronunciation of it, it should say LAYDEEZ, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ladies, not laddies.
Yeah, well,
but it's only a comment.
It was done in America.
That's right.
You can't expect a command of the English language.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
I'm afraid I have to agree. Yep.
Look at that with that dressing gown on.
With a cloak.
How ridiculous is that?
Great.
Little symbol on it.
So in the story, what did they do? Did they underpair him or something? Because
I think they're in space under a red sun.
Ah, right. Okay. Red sun.
So, before when I said that Superman was a bit
the red
thick.
sun right there. Yeah.
Superman was a bit thick.
I said before when Superman was a bit thick because he went to the North Pole with the guy with the t-shirt on. Right. Well, he's proving the point here because he's got no powers now, and he's stepping in the ring with this guy, the greatest boxer ever.
Yeah.
Really stupid.
I'm not scared of fighting anyone, but you put me in a ring with him or with Tyson or someone, I'm going to get mullered. It's like I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Even at their later age, yeah.
I mean, like Mike Tyson's a year older than me or something. It's like, right.
Yeah. Oh dear.
No.
And again, look at the composition here. Not afraid to break the panel
Yeah,
border.
just in the right way, just
Well,
just enough.
I'm sorry, but that's not good, is it? That panel there, where his legs with the back view, and then his legs, you don't see his feet, and then they're below in the panel.
No,
that's not good.
No, that's not worked out well. I mean, if anything, he should have mirrored that round, so it was the other way round.
Yeah,
and it would have worked.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it magic.
I don't know much about boxing, but would he be allowed to fight with a cape?
Probably not.
I don't know. I mean, no, obviously not. No, nobody's allowed to fight with a cape on. But I suppose technically the cape doesn't actually get in the way because there's no grappling per se. You can't grab hold of anything.
It's wafting about, isn't it?
It is waffing about. I suppose it depends how quick he is.
And he's got no powers now.
No.
All will be revealed on the next page, I think.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked out.
You could sort of misquote Mike Tyson, couldn't you? Everybody's got a plan until they lose their superpowers.
Listen,
yeah.
Everyone's got a plan until they end up in a spaceship under a red sun.
Yeah. He's getting beat up pretty hard there.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump.
I bet Muhammad Ali said, "I'm only being in that comic if I win."
Yeah, I'm only in it if I can beat him up. Yeah.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me at all. He is the greatest.
And let's face it, just by powering Superman down in the way that they must have done in order to make it work in the story, it kind of makes sense to have Muhammad Ali be on top.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just an ego thing. It does actually make sense within the story itself.
And yet again, it's one of those stories that you really don't want to think about too hard.
No. I didn't mean as in the story.
What it is.
Yeah, I didn't mean as in the story, as in, it's got to make sense and be self-reference. I meant as in the kind of story that it is, the fact that you would use these two characters, whatever the story might be, the essence would always be that Muhammad Ali would have the upper hand in his own environment, even against the superhero. It would always be that case. Because of the character that Muhammad Ali is, because of his abilities in the real world. You don't want to downplay those abilities just because you're in a superhero environment. Because obviously he was a hero to so many people and a fantastic guy.
So it is already explained how Soups has no superpowers at this point. Did I miss that?
Yeah. Red Sun.
Do we
I think
just have to accept it?
I think it's Red Sun. I think Glenn nailed it. I mean, we haven't read this. But the fact that it's quite
it says so
obvious.
In the story, but there is visually there's a red sun there.
Red sun, yeah.
I like the way Neal doesn't render the boards or the floors of the ring on any of the pages.
Yeah.
The way and this, especially this spread, there's no floor. And I like that because it makes you
there's no background.
Yeah, it makes you concentrate on what's happening.
Well, again, it's that process of good comic book, good sequential art. You create an environment where people are sucked in to the scene that you're in. So you put in a background, you make sure that you set the scene, that people understand where you are, and then you focus in on the action or the interplay between the characters, and you don't need a background then. And it's knowing when to drop that in and when to leave it out, and This is all about the interplay between the characters. There's no requirement for the background because you already know where they are. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Fall out.
Ba-dang!
Look at that bottom left. Bang there. Look at that. Another crushing left. Look at that. Bang. Fantastic.
You see, this is where they give Superman something else other than his strength, he won't fall down. He won't give up, even though it's Muhammad Ali that's hitting him and who was obviously beating him, who obviously has the upper hand. So there's no way that Superman can beat Muhammad Ali, which is a great thing in itself. But at the same time, he will not stop. He will not fall down. He will not give in. And that's one of the traits of Superman. That's actually really well written. I really like that.
Oh, get that.
Oh, he's been beaten up. Ooh.
Get that Everest on his gloves.
And then once he's done as well, like Muhammad Ali, like standing with him. I've beaten him, and now you've all got to leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? It's like deep respect. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Can't argue with that page, though.
No,
This is a great
just
page.
everything about it. It's made us all go silent.
Yeah.
Look at the way the guy with the cigar and Muhammad Ali are pushing people away.
Yes, so,
from him.
yeah.
Great,
That's what I was saying. Just
Yeah.
the fact that Muhammad Ali's now the deep respect he's got for Superman, you know, after taking a beating.
Yeah. That's funny, isn't it? There, please, folks, please make room for the press. They're the last people you want there. They're the last people you want there, aren't they?
Well, back when the press were the third estate or whatever it is.
Yeah. Why is Ali helping Superman? He's beaten him. What can Superman do for Ali now? I don't think you'd understand. The door is opening.
Look at the shine on that spaceship there. I mean, fantastic on that cockpit at the bottom there. Yeah, great.
Good colouring as well.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you know, the artwork, obviously the artwork is gorgeous, but the colouring has not got in the way at all.
Yeah, and who was the colorist on this? Yeah. Corey Adams.
Corey Adams.
Probably a son
Yeah.
of Neal.
Jobs for the boys, eh?
Oh, well, that was the way it worked. Little did the rest of us understand.
That what's she called? What's she called? Superman's girlfriend.
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. It looks like Margot Kidder, like from the film there.
Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Which would be out at this point.
At the same time, yeah.
Yeah. Margot Kidder was great, wasn't she? She was fantastic. Really good. She died, didn't she?
Yeah, a few years back. Yeah. I thought everything on that movie worked real well, except for the forced humor relief. And the campiness of it. Ned Beatty's Otis. And Lex was a little cringy at times, but the movie still holds up real well. A lot better, in my opinion, than Superman 2. A lot of Superman effects just come across just really bad.
Is Superman 2 the Zod one?
Yeah.
That was awful. That was
Neal
terrible.
before Zod.
Yeah, the flipping album cover for the Phantom Zone. Yeah.
It was Queen, wasn't it?
It was just oh,
Just
Oh,
sad to
dear.
see. Yeah.
Still, we'll always have the first one.
Sat and watched the second one a few years back, and just I'm like, wow, this movie is really different from the way I remembered it.
I like in the first one when she falls off the skyscraper and
Yeah.
the helicopter, and he goes, "I've got you," and she says, "You've got me. Who's got you?"
Who's got you?
It's great. And that croaky voice that she has. It's really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, no, the first one was great. I really enjoyed that.
Still real classic, I think.
It's you got a long way to go to beat that.
Which Superman tells Lois not to be smoking, that it could
Yeah,
could cause cancer.
yeah,
X-rays her lungs.
Yeah.
With the light. Not yet, thank goodness, he says. Funny. Really, really nice touches in that film.
Wow.
There we go. Lois Lane speaking. Our announcer Jimmy Olsen seems to be at a loss for words.
Neal Adams has a great sense of tipping the angle, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does love that.
very much so.
Does it so well.
He does.
And he doesn't waste it. He does it in the right places.
Yeah.
And he knows how to keep a page interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Keep your eye flowing and moving.
And Jimmy Olsen at that bottom panel there is turning to Bobby Kennedy.
A bit, yeah.
Mm.
And poor Jack got all his faces changed.
It's a what the
What the?
What the?
What you're witnessing.
Says, yeah.
Something
There was a lot of what the.
Instead
Back
of
then.
what? If it was now, it'd be da F, wouldn't it?
The F.
Yeah.
What in blue blazes?
Exactly.
Yeah, sacre bleu.
What in blue? Crom. Mitra.
Just the idea that Luke Cage, they couldn't have him say sweet Jesus.
Sweet Christmas.
So he said sweet Christmas all the
I
time.
love that. What in sweet Christmas?
Well, you can't say that now. Can't say Christmas now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can. You just can't say it at Christmas.
right.
Oh, wow.
And I quinch again with his lip.
It is. I tell you, I'm having this little personal little fantasy of Alan Davis sitting there looking at this comic going, yeah,
I think.
this is it.
Mhm.
Look at that. Well, he's bent over there in front of the bad guy, and the lighting and everything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it?
I mean, when you think about it, this is the typical superhero book, except it's just got Muhammad Ali in it.
Yeah.
And the point is that what do most superheroes do? They just hit the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well,
It
that's
could
what
be,
Muhammad Ali's really good at.
Fantastic.
Arrogant buffoon. You should be wrong. My armada will reduce your world to a smoldering rock.
Okay, alien. You want a prediction? You got one. He'll hit the floor in 4.
Furthermore,
Oh. Photos.
Wow.
What we saying about photograph book?
Yeah.
Bit of bit of Kirby coming through here.
And that's all obviously photograph reference, but that one, that photo with his mouth open, that's a famous one, isn't it?
Very
And
famous.
And there's Quinch. He's talking to Quinch again on the end.
Yeah.
It's like, come on in. I'm the king.
Greatest.
I'm gonna destroy.
I don't think he ever said he was the king, did he?
He's the greatest.
He was just the greatest.
Yeah, I know he is, but he didn't. I don't think he said he ever said I'm the king. He used to go around saying I'm the greatest, but not the king, never the king.
Yeah.
Anyway, destroy.
Whip you and spank you. Spank. I'm the greatest. I'm the king. I'm gonna say I'm good. I'm great. I'm bad. They're gonna say I'm terrible. I'm gonna hear the word terrible. I'm mad. I'm terrible. I'm gonna destroy.
See, that is Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time and space.
I'm gonna destroy. Yeah.
He's gonna knock Doctor Who out.
Probably not difficult to do at the moment.
Oh, what's going on there then?
It's fighting the boxing the alien. Hunya.
How come he's suddenly dressed again? What happened there?
Yeah, what's going on the left-hand page? Is he a different character there? Or what's going on?
You didn't miss a spread, did you, Randy?
I hope not. Let's see. That might be a different character.
No, that's right.
Not drawn him sufficiently differently then.
Because he's just got his trunks on there.
Yeah.
His shorts on.
Yeah. Just got his trunks on there.
Is that this guy back here?
All right.
Is that his trainer?
Is that his trainer? Say, if that's the case, I've not seen that character.
Is it that guy there? Next to, in that second panel next to Margot Kidder, 2 over. Is it the guy at the back?
Oh, or is
that one? It was that.
It could be.
Yeah,
could be that. Is that his trainer or something?
Might be, yeah.
Looks very similar to him.
So he's running along smacking the aliens now.
While
there.
While Ali is fighting.
Yeah.
The near deserted corridor runs Gundon Brown.
Ah.
As though he were following an old jogging trail. Through here to the left.
Look at him smack that guy.
Yeah.
He's good as Muhammad Ali.
Swing there. Guy came out of the woodwork. Hurt my hand. The camouflage disruptor, of course. All I'll need is a few seconds and no more interruptions. It's a good thing to have a camouflage disruptor.
Always, yeah. I find that.
You're slower than molasses going uphill in January. It's molasses.
Molasses.
Come on, big boy, your bottom's dragging. You're slower than molasses going uphill in January. Let's go. Ooh. Long looping white. Ooh, a long looping right. Gets past Ali's guard and connects.
Smacks him in the face. Look at that.
He's got a gun in case things go wrong. Yeah.
Just in case he loses.
Yeah. Dave says, wouldn't be surprised if this comic inspired Marvel to create the Champion, who traveled galaxies to challenge the superheroes of different worlds to boxing matches. Probably. Also the inspiration for super boxers. I don't have everything. I don't have a copy of Superbox.
I don't have a copy of Superboxes.
I don't have a copy of Hunger Dogs either, and I really would like one. Yeah. There, Gundam comes in with a karate kick.
Ah, yeah.
Know that because his hand's open here.
You can buy my signed copy of Hunger Dogs, Randy, if you want.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd love to do that.
I've not read it since 1986. In fact, I've not really read anything since 1986.
Be great to have something signed by Jack Kirby. I don't have any of that either. So,
Oh, God, New God #1.
yeah.
Wonderful rendering.
It's great drawing, but I think the story's lost its way. Considering considering it was about beating Superman, and Superman's not been in it for 3 weeks. So
I don't care. I'm just dining out on the art.
Oh yeah,
He's got to recuperate. Yeah.
I rarely read comics anyway.
It's back during the Kung Fu craze, by the way. Also, yeah. The mid to late 70s. Master of Kung Fu, Richard Dragon, was it Kung Fu Fighter? Judo Master, right?
Judo Chop.
Speaking of,
Oh God, he's taken his mask off. He was blackfacing.
Oh, it was
Oops.
Superman.
Oh, no.
Oops.
He was there the whole time. Yeah.
And there's Quinch with his chin on the.
Yeah. No wonder they were going down so
right,
easy.
yeah.
Like Superman was giving him a bit of a smack. Oh, he's tried. Oh, that's funny. He's tried flying, and he can't.
Look at what he's thinking. He says, using my telescopic vision as well as other superpowers, I was able to examine and memorize everything of importance about this complex before that red sun took away my superpowers. How was that for exposition?
That's like you would be thinking that in your head. I was drawing the other day, and I was just thinking, all that time I spent drawing and practicing is leading me to the point where I can actually draw this panel right now.
Yes.
It's like, no, I've got nothing in my head.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got nothing. I'm just seeing a drawing, nothing in there.
When I'm drawing, all I've got in my head is this is rubbish.
It's like I'm gonna go and cry in a minute. I'm gonna go and sob.
Yeah.
I'll just fly. Oh no, I can't. Luckily, there's a light bridge there.
I'll just fly. I did that the other day. I tried flying, thinking I was going to fly, but I couldn't.
I almost killed myself. A lifetime of having superpowers has ruined me for this sort of thing.
It ruined you for the boxing match and all, mate.
It's a bit of Indiana Jones, isn't it? When he goes puts his foot out on that bridge.
Yes,
it's the faith, isn't it?
Still, 1978, and he's talking about light bridges. That's pretty cool.
Nice panel of him though, running and then diving. It works really well.
I mean, just wow, yeah. And the way that he's crumpled as well. I mean, that is brilliant.
I'll just fly. Oh no, I can't.
Oomph. Oomph.
Well, easier than a dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there's JR and Quinch. Look at that. That green guy with the hand. That's that's Alan Davis.
Oh yeah. You can see it right the way down to the But the thing is it's like it's this combination of Adams and the Inca.
Yeah.
And that's creating that look and that's what that maybe Neal Adams, maybe I'm just making this up, but you can see it, it's maybe he's looked at that and gone, wow, yeah, that's the kind of look I'm after, that's really, that works with the way that I draw, with the way that I think and feel. Mm-hmm. And it's this wonderful combination of an inker and a penciler which has given inspiration to somebody else's view of how they would draw. I find that's brilliant. So you're not just, you know, a lot of the time, you know, I'd say, oh, a lot of my inspiration was Buscema. And when I started really analysing the work, I realised that it was so much more than that. It was the Incas as well.
Yeah.
It was a combination of Sinnott, of you know, look at Sinnott's work and Alcala's work. They're just so different.
Yeah.
And yet Sinnott was perfect for, I don't know, for like Thor or Fantastic Four or whatever. And Alcala was like, you know, had a particular feel and vibe in the Savage Sword of Conan stuff. And then Buscema's own inks over his own Conan stuff. And the stuff they did for Wolverine and what have you. And it the whole thing is an inspiration. It's not just one artist. It's like these beautiful combinations of people coming together to create that finished strip. And you as the reader, especially as a young reader, that's what's inspiring you. It's not just the one artist, it's multiple artists. And that I think that's a magic thing about comics.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why these people are so good, because you get, say, for instance, Kirby, and you get Sinnott on top of him, and Giacoya and Wally Wood and John Romita on, you know, and Kirby's always there, but like you say, those Incas, they do it differently, don't they? You know, and they're all fantastic. And Terry Austin,
and then you get, it's almost like having Buscema done by Alcala, Sinnott, and
Ernie Chan,
yeah, but there's others as well, isn't there? Is I keep forgetting his name. Anyway, Avengers.
Tom Palmer.
That's it. And Palmer. That's like that's. You look at that comic book artwork, and you can see Buscema under all of it, and yet it's 4 different artists.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's just amazing to be inspired by so much different creative input. And this is just gorgeous. I can whoop him.
The government agreed to feed the people of Earth to us as our slaves. We will spare them. There is no other alternative. The slaves? Yes. Everyone? No. There's another choice. Sucker. I
can whoop him.
I can whoop you.
Get in there. Get in there and whoop him.
Whooping.
I'm going to bring some whoop ass on you.
Wow.
Death Star? No.
It's bonkers. Look at that.
I want to see the pencils from this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how far did Adams go?
I reckon he went pretty far, you know.
Yeah.
He seems to do that kind of style, doesn't he? Like you said before about the advertising thing. I think he renders it as far as it can go, really.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't make the inking easy, obviously, but it's,
no, it doesn't.
I don't think he leaves a lot to be to the ink, other than, you know, go on top of it.
That, and I would imagine Austin is more of a apprentice to Giordano at this point, because I'm not seeing a whole lot of Austin or what I would recognize as Terry Austin's ink work here. It all looks like Giordano to me, except for a couple of, you know, little scratchy bits here and there.
Steel.
Yeah, Neal Adams took it quite away, pencils wise.
Yeah. Oh, he's better now, Superman. All his black eyes gone. I was right. He was out for 3 weeks.
Just had to get under a yellow sun for a little while.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
God, he got over a nuclear blast.
Yeah, that's easy though, isn't it?
When you got a yellow sun.
Yeah. Commander, it's I know who it is, you idiot. Oh.
Yeah. And then here, Superman goes through their force field. Yeah. Now 1 and 2 at a time. Veteran warrior pilots seek out the flittering red, yellow, and blue speck as it in turn seeks them out. So much for their force field. I think I've spotted a reinforced hatch cover above. If it's as solid as it looks, I can use it.
Wow, look at that.
As a battering ram. Boom. Straight through. The 2 battle cruisers are moving into kill position. And
Something else to remember as well with this book is that Neal Adams has been working in comics about 10 years at this point, and he's doing pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just crazy to look at.
Wow, look at that.
Meanwhile, back at the fight, it's a knockout punch.
Ooh.
Alien's got some weird eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his microphone. Is that what that is?
Not sure.
There's an arm and a hand right there. He's still got his gun, though.
Look at the size of his leg, his thigh.
Yeah. It's the whole twist to the body.
Yeah.
Beaut.
All at once, the whole universe goes wild. Got to think. Disabled nearly half their fleet, but now, how can I stop all of them in time? It's nice as well. Use himself.
Let's just look at that. Bang.
This is Captain Marvel at the end of Endgame. Only done a lot better.
Only she got yeeted out of Earth's orbit by Thanos when he punched her on the chin.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny.
Little Starship Enterprise dish working here.
Yeah.
In
Fantastic.
space, I guess they can still hear Superman going, ah! Suddenly,
Ah!
Superman comes to life. Too late, the commander sees his mistake. Like a superhuman torpedo, the man of tomorrow plunges his body through the engine rooms of the lined up battleships. By
When
all the
did
walls of creatures.
Superman become the man of tomorrow?
How about this time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And
man
all
of tomorrow. What does that mean?
I don't know. I guess he'll be around for a while. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Here's the
Has he?
ultimate human from the future,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
But he's not, is he? He's Kryptonian.
Yeah.
He's an alien, isn't he?
He's an alien, and is he longer lived than humans?
I don't know if they've ever addressed that. They had him age on Earth, Earth 2, but he was more human back then. So that's how you told the Earth 1 Superman from the Earth 2 Superman is the Earth 2 had the Reed Richards gray crown.
Yeah. That was like the one in Kingdom Come, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what they did, didn't it? Because they killed off Batman and all other kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't realise till sort of like last year or something when I found out about that. So if they affect, like effectively DC rebooting is sort of a biannual event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they sit down in the meeting, don't they, and think, how can we stop people buying this? I know, let's kill him.
Yeah, let's do whatever nobody actually wants.
Yeah.
I think that what they did with Earth, the whole Earth 1, Earth 2, they kind of said that everything that happened in the Golden Age or whatever was on one Earth, and then they switched focus to another Earth, and that's where the sort of the Silver Age was
until Crisis. Yeah, that's how they explained it.
Yeah, and then they'd like messed it all up again.
Well, that was one of the cool things about the All-Star comics back during the late 70s and 80s, is that was the Justice Society after World War II. So they had Bruce Wayne marrying Selina Kyle and having a grown daughter who became the Huntress.
Yeah.
Superman and Lois had retired and married and left the scene. And Power Girl is Supergirl, whose spaceship crash lands like 20 years after the Supergirl on Earth 1 arrives. And in order to keep them different so that they don't have two Supergirls running around, they just call her Power Girl, make her breasts bigger, and give her a window in her cleavage.
Yeah. Very, very 80s.
Very 80s.
Yeah.
That's wood. Hollywood.
But it does make it difficult to follow.
Not necessarily. It was a lot of fun because you had a whole different Earth where your characters were getting older. And that was interesting to see. There was a whole different rogues gallery, and Flash still had his little colander helmet, his Mercury helmet look, and you tell the characters apart pretty easily. They just shared the same name.
Yeah.
But having it on a different world just made things more fun. Huntress was able to come in, and Robin was older and taking Batman's place. And
it's all very well until you start mixing them up.
Right. Well, that's the problem. That's my grief with Crisis. I think Crisis just spoiled everything because it blended all the Earths together.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't have.
Yeah. That kind of messes it. It's a bit like 616 and Ultimates and what have you in Marvel. That they've now ruined it because there is no what if anymore. Everything's canon.
Well, that's really where the multiverse started, was over at DC.
Yeah.
All the multiverse stuff with the Flash of Two Worlds, where they introduced Earth 2 and went from there. But that was part of the fun of reading the Justice League, was looking forward to the Justice League Justice Society crossover every year. Always something big going on with that. They got to the point where they figured out a teleporter where they could swap 3 members of each team for a limited time once a year. So that's how Red Tornado ended up out of Earth 2 and on Earth 1, is he hid in the back of the machine while it transferred. Or no, he ended up over there from another accident. He was trying to get back to Earth 2 because that was his home world. And when he did that with their little transporter they were working with, it shot them over to Earth X, where the Nazis had won the war, and all the quality heroes were on that Earth. That was fun. Uncle Sam, Human Bomb, Black Condor, Phantom Girl, Phantom Lady.
Right.
Those characters. Doll Man. Cash. But there was always something going on every year with them crossovers.
Look at what he says there. Hunya, arrest Hunya, kill him.
So he's decided, no, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Respect between warriors, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously slaves to this guy.
And he's been defeated. That's the Hunya.
Yeah.
Skash.
It takes him out.
Yeah. But.
And then she says, the biggest surprise of all, why did you turn on, was he called Ratlar or something? Like you'd trust him, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Yeah. Several hours later in deep space, steady gently now, and still later. Yeah.
A few hours later.
I was thinking more of Super Friends Ted Baxter voice there. Yeah. Super Friends. So it looks like I missed the interesting stuff. Slept through it all, eh? Yeah. Scared us half to death, you big stiff. You had us worried, and that's for sure. But Hunya here is the biggest surprise of all. Yeah.
Oh, they made a little pact. Look at that.
They're all happier now.
Oh,
Yes.
Fair shake.
Good life. What's that mean? I know what it means, but why are they saying that?
I don't know. Must be a tagline from the day. This is looks a lot like the Legion of Superheroes ships, and the Starjammers ship kind of looks like that too. From Marvel. Yeah.
Gil Kane one.
Yeah. The verdict. And he knows he's Clark Kent. What? Surprised, aren't you? I sure am. Where'd you ever get that ridiculous idea? I noticed back in the playground, you were telling Jimmy Olsen he had no film in his camera. The only ones who knew that were Lois Lane, Jimmy, and Clark Kent. So how could Superman know it unless he was Clark Kent? Suppose I told you that I examined Jimmy's camera with my X-ray vision. You wouldn't do that because X-rays spoil film, right, champ? You know it, champ.
he's a detective as well now.
Yeah.
Smart ass.
Brains as well as brawn.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Now, what we should have seen is Batman versus Muhammad Ali. That would have been good.
Yeah. But it turned into more of an MMA fight.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shake, buddy. Shake, shake.
Oh, great end. Look at that.
Man, we are the greatest. What a great shot. That original's probably worth a little bit of money.
Don't you think? Because it'd be quite big as well.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's right on the back cover, too.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, they ran out of pages.
Lost the color blue there.
Yeah. Just look at on the cloak as well.
Yeah.
And they've
Got a
coloured
little-
in the red over the cloak.
Lighter.
What a way to end. You see that colour there, that red under his arm shouldn't be there. No, on the other side.
Here.
Where should it shade? No, there.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little miss by the colorist. Yeah. Corey. Oh.
Yeah,
Don't, Corey. Don't.
Probably caught that after it was printed. That's when I catch all my biggest mistakes.
Yeah.
everybody
So
does
you
that,
normally catch them.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot to move that piece of rubylith or whatever it was that they were using to color it at the time. It's great stuff.
Fantastic. So who's on the back then? Let's look at the cover. Have we got Peter Parker in there somewhere? I know it's a DC comic, but you never know.
No, I think isn't Stan in this somewhere? Stan Lee's in this.
Is he at the bottom there? Is that
He's
him
in the
with
bottom,
moustache?
isn't he?
Is it
Not
with
here.
him with the moustache? No, and right in the middle on the front cover next to
Yeah.
Lex Luthor, I guess. Keep moving over. There.
Yeah, there,
Yeah,
there.
that
Yeah,
one,
In
yeah.
there. Yeah.
That really looks like him from that time period. Yeah. Lucille Ball right there.
Yeah.
Downey and Marie.
Damn,
There's
Marie.
that Welcome Back Cotter in there. Yeah. Could stare at that for quite a while. Looking at everybody.
Is that the Jacksons up the back?
Yeah.
Up the top. There you go. It's the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why did they have to redraw it? With those
Well, probably
faces?
because
All the likeness is down. They had to get clearance for everybody.
So hang on. So he drew it, and they were just generic faces, and then somebody
Probably.
had the idea of putting celebrities in.
Yeah.
Is that the way it went?
probably.
Right.
$38.
Has he put himself in there? Gil Kane's in it.
I thought he did
Stein.
put himself in there.
Flo Steinberg, Bernie Wrightson. They're all in it.
I don't
You'd
know.
have to
It's
put-
not broken down by group.
No, but it tells you where they are. That's above it with the numbers.
Yeah.
You'd have to put yourself in there. I would.
You have to switch glasses in order to read that little type. Bernie's number one. It's way up here. Up in this area.
You could do an entire show just about that, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. We've looked at this cover before.
Yeah.
on the show. Boston Brand, Dead Man is in there. Wally Wood is number 3. 2. Right in there. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you could spend a long time with the cover and looking at all of the people. What a great cover.
Yeah.
Take a guess on who's in there.
Everyone from the 70s. Except Telly Savalas.
Oh, this the
It's Lex Luthor now.
the TV detective.
Yeah, Kojak.
No, there's another one in the short one.
Columbo.
Robert Blake.
Columbo,
Oh,
yeah, Columbo's in there. Yeah.
Sonny.
Huh.
Right next to his signature, Jimmy and Rosalind Carter.
Is that Raquel Welch?
Probably. Where?
It's above the Mad Kid.
Right here. Yeah. That looks like her. That looks like Roy Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this. The filmmaker. 2 to the right of Raquel.
Over here.
2 to the right of Raquel Welch.
Here.
Well, Orson Welles.
Orson Welles, that's it. Yeah.
And is
Yeah,
that guy? And then further to the right, is that the Fonz? Near
I'm
his
not
ankle.
sure.
Near his ankle.
Yeah. Might be.
Might be.
What they say it is. 27.
Do you know I haven't seen it? I haven't seen Clint Eastwood in there.
It says that.
You'd think he'd be in there.
Dick Giordano is right there.
All right.
It doesn't look like him though. It could be him up here. Who's that? 26. Albert Sarnoff.
Whoever that is.
Yeah. Somebody must have known who he was back then. I don't think that's the Fonz. This might be a little too early for Happy Days.
Is that Archie Goodwin? If you look at the Jackson 5 to the right, is that Archie Goodwin with the moustache?
Here?
Yeah. Maybe the one above him.
Right there. That would look like Archie. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Let me see
Apparently Wally Wood's in there.
Yeah, Wally's in there somewhere.
Number 3, Wally Wood. The one with the big head.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it the guy standing tall?
25. Frank. Somebody. Frank Herrera. Ms. Mystic is in there. Wow. 24. Where's that at?
29 is Neal Adams.
Is that Jack Kirby as well on the left? Where you're halfway down right on the edge. Right, keep going to the left.
That looks like Neil.
Yeah.
29.
Is that Kirby there, right on the edge, on the trim, there where your thumb is?
Right here?
No,
Here.
above that one, that person there. Is that Kirby?
That could be.
There's Columbo next to him, it looks like.
That look like 22.
Joe Schuster
Burt Weiserman. Yeah.
is 41.
Right.
22 Burt Weiserman. Yeah. Plastic Man's in there.
Is that Walt
Where's he
Simonson?
at?
Is that Walt Simonson underneath the second rope near the holding of the rope? Go to the second
rope.
the second rope down, the second rope from the top.
Yeah.
There.
Here?
No,
108.
there. With the glasses, where you just pointed there. Between, keep going left,
No,
left, that one. Is that Walt Simonson?
there's no Walt Simonson on the list.
Right.
No, this would be too early.
Yeah.
Walt's still a kid at this point. He's doing Manhunter.
Star
This might be a
Slammers.
little right around Manhunter time here.
Right.
That is he is wedged.
That was Raquel Welch at
Second
125.
Right.
Is that number? Oh man. Put my other glasses back on.
That's really weird. Where we saw what's his name? The director
Anthony Tolan.
that you picked out,
Orson
Yeah.
Welles.
Orson Welles. That there is no number for that likeness.
All right.
It goes from 126 on the left to 127, and it misses that likeness out. That's really weird.
He might not have signed the contract,
Yeah.
the release form, so they don't want to give him credit. They don't want to admit who it is. That wouldn't surprise me.
Bob
Creator
McCloud.
of Wolverine, Roy Thomas. Yeah,
Roy Thomas.
so-called creator of Wolverine, Roy Thomas.
Yeah.
The Batman, obviously.
This is another Keystone work I'd never actually seen. Thank you for the discussion. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Levi.
169.
Great stuff
Sonny
indeed.
Bono.
So sorry, not trying to rush the end. I just need to help out. Yeah, Sonny and Cher, Sonny Bono. Right there.
Yeah, there's Jimmy Carter there.
They had a big TV variety show at that point.
Mhm.
And Cher did. Sonny went on to be a senator, I believe, and completely screw up the copyright laws in order to preserve his writing
He was
credits.
governor in California, wasn't he?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, Walt Simonson is in there.
Yeah.
Is
Where
he?
is he?
He's number 16. He's right up the top. Under the S of Superman. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think it's under the S on the...
Over here.
No. On the explain it on the diagram. It was under the S. Over there. I'll tell you.
He's probably around Archie. Is that him here? Next to
Archie
Jack-
Goodwin.
underneath
Yeah, he's
Jack-
right next to Walt. He's right next to Archie Goodwin. Walt Simonson is right next to Archie Goodwin.
That's Archie. That
But
Oh
was-
yeah,
he's-
I can see him. Yeah, with the
He's
glasses.
two heads over.
Yeah.
Over.
yeah,
yeah.
that's him
I
right
can
here.
see him,
Then.
yeah.
Cool.
This is great. You could sit here forever doing this. It's great.
Yeah, you could.
What a fantastic cover. What an amazing cover.
Craziness. Wolfman Jack.
We should probably leave it there, though. It's 10-2.
Yeah, we should. Andy Warhol. Yeah. Yep, folks, we've been looking at Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Glad you stopped by. Great numbers today. Deeply appreciate you. We know the majority of our viewers are after the fact. We appreciate you too. It's just that you missed out on the live chat and the discussion as it was happening. We're here every Friday morning at 5 a.m. Eastern time to look at the best in sequential art that we can find. So, and this was it. There we are. Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Fantastic. What a treat.
Save the Earth. Save Earth from Star Warriors.
Star Warriors.
It's good. Star Wars was hot at that point. So, yeah, any little bit to help sell the book. And again, only $250 when it came out.
250. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's a bargain. All new.
I worked out that I think it's a buck comic in 1978 or something now would sell for about $7 from
That's
an
what DC
inflation
says. Yeah.
from an inflation perspective. from an
Okay.
inflation perspective. So this would be a $15 book.
Well worth it.
Well,
And I think well worth it. Yeah, I think you look at that and go, yeah, I'd pay $15 for that. When you consider that, a coffee is $5 now. I think you've got to look at it in real terms.
only at Starbucks. Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. What people are prepared to pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get to keep this.
I'm going to say they're
Exactly.
they're okay buying a coffee that lasts for 5 minutes, but not something that would last forever if you looked after it.
There you go. Yep.
Certainly, as long as you lived, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, I got another couple of treasuries. As I was snooping through my stuff,
Snooping.
Oh,
The Bible.
going
Yay.
through my work.
Cuba, fantastic.
Kubert, another great
Fantastic.
Kubert
Look at
cover.
that.
All
wow.
Look at
all
that.
Nestor Redondo work.
Oh,
So
yes.
we'll have to go through and take a good look at that.
Yeah, got to do that one. Oh, look at that.
Also,
Wow.
just a little mangled.
I am going to go away and sob now.
Look
Well
at
loved.
that.
It's well loved.
Oh my God.
Joe Sheldon Mayer,
Beautiful.
Nestor Redondo. Yep. Got a couple of these too that are worth looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Cuba
Tarzan
again.
and Return of Tarzan, all great Kubert stuff. So we'll have some stuff to look at next week.
Great.
So just so you know, a lot more coming, folks. A lot more coming. So and we've already archived a lot of stuff as well. So stop by there where you found this broadcast. Take a look at our archives. And look at some of the great variety of stuff that we've looked at in the past. So thanks again for stopping by. Glenn, why don't you tell folks how they can find you once more?
Yeah, if you go to the usual, Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of thing, Twitter, whatever it is. And if you go to Fund My Comic, you can pick up a copy of this, which is my annotated book about my character Hatch, which features lots of published and unpublished artwork and how he came to be and, all that kind of thing. And so check it out. Yeah. So if you go to Amazon, you'll be able to get most of my stuff on there. Magazines and books and all sorts of things. So just check out Amazon and Fund My Comic and you won't go wrong.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Russ, tell folks how they can find you if you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is.
You can find me at russleach.com. Sign up to the email list there, and I will keep you informed about what's going on with the Atlantean. Soon, I think the campaign we're looking at the end of September. So you will have it. You should have it end of October. Should have the campaign end of October, and it should be in your lovely little mitts reading it in November. That's how quickly we can turn this round. And all the other things that are coming down the pike as well. So go to russleach.com and sign up for the email list there, please.
Great. Still typing out my name here. Get too long of a damn name.
Whereas I'm just sitting there like I'm mug.
There you are. Yep. And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find the majority of my work over at arrowcomics.store. You can find books like Calico, which is a great fantasy adventure with artwork by C. Michael Lanning. Paragon, it's a superhero story that I love with a great twist ending. Hope you get a chance to read this book. I'm very proud of it. Artwork here by J.R. Harris. Also, The Fool over there is kind of a humor relief superhero fighting urban street crime with practical joke weapons and taking bits of clothing from all of his detainees and incorporating it into his action duds. And most especially Herobot Zero. You can find that book over there as well. He's a 3-foot-tall giant robot created by a kid to defend his city from large monsters. That he will only do that as long as he can do it on the clock and get time and a half for hazard pay. So arrowcomics.store, and there's a lot more over there as well. So go over there and take a look. Plus a line of merchandise, mugs, shoes, whatever you need over there with the great Arrow Comics logo on it. Shoes, mugs, hats, polo shirts, whatever you need. Go over there and take a look. Shoes. Actually, they're kind of loafers more than shoes, but anyway.
I love shoes.
Folks, we deeply appreciate you being here. We love doing this stuff. We love showing this stuff off. We don't make any money off of this, off of doing this podcast. We're not monetized. YouTube doesn't do that for us. But if you're over at the Indie Comics Network, I guess you can send them stars if you want, in order to help cover the cost of keeping the service coming to you. We deeply appreciate it if you did. It's not cheap. StreamYard isn't. Everything costs money. StreamYard isn't cheap, in order to get the level of StreamYard that we have, so that we can cut you lots of different video clips and the like. So, and make this as entertaining as possible. We hope you had a good time. We had a great time. What a great book. And there'll be more great books in the future. Yeah. This Sunday on Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. Eastern time, we're looking some more at Hugo Pratt's great comic strip, Corto Maltese. And there's still so much great material there. What an inker, what just fantastic work. And that's this Sunday on Sunday Funnies. Next Friday, we'll have more stuff, probably the Bible, to take a look at, with some great Nestor Redondo material. And just more great stuff on the way. And if there's anything that you want us to take a look at, make sure you drop us a note and tell us what you want to see. More Adams. I want to do some Vaughn Baudet here real soon. Gilbert Sheldon, perhaps, or Sheridan. Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. We need to take a look at some underground material, as long as it's safe for YouTube's consumption. And because a lot of that stuff gets pretty crazy. And there's more. So just let us know. Let us know. And don't be discouraged if you don't like modern comics. Go out there and get some of these old gems. Go visit your local retailer. Take a minute. Look through his back issues. Look at the books he has on the wall. There's so many great comics out there for you to enjoy. And there's even, as more time goes by, I'm finding more and more great modern comics as well. So check out Ghost Machine's definitely not getting enough love, in my opinion. Jeff Johns' material, Red Coat, Rook, and there was one other title that they're doing that's all very entertaining, good quality stuff. So go out there and check them out. Check out the other books over at Arrow Comics, and especially go check out fundmycomic.com. That's another site that's not getting enough love at the moment. Go over there and look at all of those different campaigns available there. There's such a wide variety of stuff. Glenn's got a book over there. We'll have a book over there shortly at Atlantean. One will be there soon, and more stuff on the way. So deeply appreciate you stopping by. Please do so early and often. If you enjoyed this program, tell your friends and hit that like button. Every little bit of communication that we have back and forth, the chats, the like buttons, even you just popping in and viewing this page helps our algorithm and helps get us out in front of other folks who also might love comics. There's so much discouragement and negativity, drama out there on the net. There's a deep need for positivity, and you need to show this off. If you love comics, tell people you love comics. Give comics out as gifts. There's so much great stuff for folks to read. It's sad that there's not enough love for this art form out there, and everybody wants to argue with one another, especially on election years. So, folks, take good care of yourself. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday on Sunday Funnies. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you look at our archives and take care. All the best to you.
That's for Tanya.
Buy independent and alternative comics, especially ours. And we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.
Joke's on you, bitch. I love this shit.
the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes, and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
Oh, I have a great new earworm too. Here we go, folks. Hang on. You might hate me for this one.
Aliens ain't shit. I could probably beat them up. If an alien came at me, no, I would not give a fuck. That's cause aliens don't know karate. No karate's made on Earth. I also don't know karate, but I think that I could learn.
Aliens have spaceships.
I got a Corolla. Hog-tied aliens back of my Toyota. Oh no, aliens don't know karate. No karate's made on Earth. I also don't know karate, but I think that I could learn.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
All right, folks. Take care.